Okay, hello out there, YouTube. Welcome back to one more talking video from this room in this year. I know it's been every now and then when I have been recording some talking videos over the summer, and it has been a busy time for me and kind of overwhelming at times, but I'm glad that I have been able to record the talking videos that I have recorded. And I think there has been some really good stuff over the summer. And now I have one more subject that I would like to talk about sooner than later. And I think after this, it may be a few weeks until the next subject, because I know that there will be a time of transition from Lakeside to a different spot for just a little bit. So there will be a time of waiting, but just stay tuned as always for what will come next. But as for today, I wanted to talk about a subject which I don't think I've really talked about yet. And this is on why we need God. And as you can see from the title, I am talking about why we need God if we have money and if we have a relationship. And specifically, I mean a romantic relationship. Why I need God if I have money and if I have a relationship. Yeah, I think about this as a Christian, and also I think about this because if you were to ask a lot of people in the world about some of the things that they want more than anything in this life, you would probably hear a lot of people say, I would like to have enough money in my life so I could pay for food and clothes and pay the bills and take a vacation once a year, and also have some money that I could donate to charities and other good things. You know, money is a big thing that a lot of people want, and we all wish that we could have enough money. And some people out there would like to have a lot of money, as in like millions of dollars, so they can, afford the necessities of life and have some fun as well. And also, in addition to money, one other thing that a lot of people would like to have in this life is a romantic relationship. Yeah, a lot of people in the world would love to find a partner and have a wonderful romantic relationship and have wonderful times together, going out on dates and getting married. You know, that is a big thing as well. And if you look at it from a Christian perspective, yes, having enough money to pay the bills is a good thing. And also a romantic relationship, and one where both people are treating each other right, a man and a woman treating each other right, and you're doing your best to support each other, and you also are keeping God in your life and relying on Him for how you treat each other. Yeah, that is a good thing as well. Having enough money to pay the bills and having a good romantic relationship, those are good things. And yet, there are people out there who may think to themselves, after they have found the right job and they have enough money or a lot of money, and then after some people have also found a romantic relationship and they get married, some people out there may say, well, I've got enough money now and I have a wonderful partner, so I can check the boxes off and I've got it all now. I've got it all. And Lord, I will only call upon you if I really need you for anything. And sadly, some people may not even think about calling on God for anything. But the point that I would like to make here is that it is very important to keep God in our life. Even if we have found a really good job and we are making enough money, and also if we have found a romantic relationship. And I think about the most important reasons why we need to keep God in our lives. And I think about what we hear in the book of Proverbs. You've probably heard this verse, Proverbs 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. Lean not on your own understanding. I think about that, and I think about how we all make decisions every day. And I do think about how even if we have acquired a lot of things, and hey, with money, let's just say for money, yeah, if someone is making enough money every month, every year, or if some people have $10 million, $20 million, even with that, we still want to continue relying on God's instructions for whenever we may hear his voice and he may be asking us to either do something or not do something. And hey, even if you have a huge amount of money, it is still important to be a law-abiding citizen. And even people who have millions and millions of dollars, if they are deciding to act foolish or careless, and they make a decision that is really bad, well, even then, the really rich people can end up in trouble in some way, either with the law or something could happen to themselves, whatever the bad decision may be. Even with a lot of money, we still want to continue watching ourselves, so we do not end up doing something that could get us into trouble or hurt ourselves or hurt other people. And also with the romantic relationship part, even after we have found the right person for us and we're having a wonderful time together as either a couple who's not married yet or even after getting married, we still want to remember God's instructions for how we treat our significant other, our marriage partner, and of course, biblically, when we are married, I know I haven't been married before, but when we look at what the Bible encourages us to do or not do, Well, of course, we are encouraged to treat our partner with love, treat them honestly, kindly, support them, love them, and do not cheat on them, but rather do everything we can to support each other and keep the family strong. You know, there can be people out there who may be relying on their own wisdom, and some people out there may not even care about what the Bible says after they have acquired a lot of money and a romantic partner. And, well, with the romantic partner thing, yeah, some people out there may still go out there and cheat, have affairs, and do things that could really damage their relationship with somebody. And you know, there are stories as well, real stories, where you have couples and one person is really not treating the other one very well at all. There can be abuse that happens, and that's really tough to hear about. But for me, and I hope for anyone out there who has made the dedication to follow God, I just wanted to send the encouragement here that once you find a job where you are making enough money or even a lot of money, and after you have found a relationship which could turn into marriage, I just want to send the encouragement to anyone out there who follows God that we keep God in our lives, even after we have accomplished those things. You know, continue relying on what God says and what the instructions are in the Bible. And I hope that when you stay dedicated to that, that everything can go in a really good way for you, even with that success that can happen. I just wanted to share that, and I hope that you can always remember that, to keep God in your life. Why we need God if we have money and if we have a relationship. So, yeah, that is the message that I wanted to pass on today. And going forward after this talking video, I know that I have mentioned it recently that I will be in a different spot really soon. And that different spot is going to be something temporary, but it will be taking up, at least 3 or 4 months of my time. And what I have in front of me really soon, beginning in September, is that I have to go down to the state of North Carolina. And in North Carolina, over the last 40 years, I have had a relative who has been living there. You know, this relative was born in Cincinnati, Ohio, and then lived in Hawaii for a couple of years. And then she moved to North Carolina in, the late 70s, the early 80s. And she has been there ever since. And this is my quote-unquote grandma. And, you know, for a long time, things were good for her. But really, ever since the month of March, my quote-unquote grandma has been going downhill. And at this point, she's having a lot of memory problems and signs of heart failure. And I know that I have a project in front of me where I have to clean out her home and sell her home, because my quote-unquote grandma will never be able to go back home and live on her own again. And that is what I have in front of me really soon. And it will be difficult for me emotionally, because I'm thinking about how after the first 33 years of my life, I know that I am likely on the verge of saying goodbye to this family member. And that is going to be tough on me. And it's going to be a lonely project as well, because I really don't know too many people in North Carolina. And it's going to be a very serious project, maybe stressful at times. And we will see if there are any hurricanes that come through as well, because the part of North Carolina where I have to go really soon is right on the ocean in the eastern part of the state. And there's just all those things that I'm thinking about. And yeah, ever since March, when I have heard about my relative going downhill, it has been emotional and stressful hearing about these updates constantly. And I have had to make decisions for my grandma as her power of attorney. And yeah, it's just been stressful at times over the last 5 months, ever since this has been happening. And so I would just ask you, I would ask anyone out there to pray for me, that I can be emotionally strong and to get my project done, and that I can also enjoy some final quality time with my quote-unquote grandma in North Carolina. And I don't know exactly how long this project is going to take. I would think that this will only take about 3 or 4 months to get everything cleaned out and then sell the property. But yeah, over the next few months, for the rest of this calendar year, I am expecting to be in North Carolina. And even though I will temporarily be in a different state, I believe it so strongly that the work continues to go on. And I still have ideas for music videos and talking videos. And so once I am settled in to that house in North Carolina, I would say expect some more topics over the rest of this calendar year. I may need at least a few weeks before I can sit down and focus and make another talking video. But yeah, just stay tuned, and I will still be here. And of course, I am expecting that I can take care of all the serious work that I need to do, and that there can still be some more wonderful times ahead. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that, and I think that about wraps it up here for today's talking video. So, as always, I hope that you can remember the message that I have talked about, why I need God, if I have money and if I have a relationship. And as always, thank you for listening, and stay well. And I will see you all again for some more YouTube videos really soon. Thank you.